Hello everyone, this is Karst, and welcome to the Dragon's Dogma 2 character creator and storage. So of course they released this demo, quote-unquote demo, about a week ago at this point, and I kind of figured, well, I might as well do this in advance before the game actually comes out so that I can be prepared to just hit the ground running when it actually launches. So I am quite hyped and quite excited to play Dragon's Dogma 2. Now, I will say I have not watched any of the trailers, with the exception of like the original teaser where they announced, after the initial announcement where they just said, oh, we're doing it, I watched the first teaser for Dragon's Dogma 2, and like minimal footage of the, of any of the following materials that have come out. So I will basically be going into this blind. So, a short history with regards to, okay, I was not expecting to be interrupted. I believe this is just the trailer that has been shown before. Yes, okay, so this is just a trailer. At any rate, as I was saying, so my history with Dragon's Dogma in general is, once upon a time, I was playing an MMO with some online friends. And at some point, one of them got very, very into Dragon's Dogma when it first launched on consoles. And of course, I was not, being a primarily PC player, I was never ever able to try it myself until 2016, where it finally launched on Steam and PC. So I played the crap out of the game at that point, and then I beat the hardest, like I beat all the bosses, including Daemon in the Bitter Black Isle DLC or in Dark Arisen. But admittedly, unfortunately, I followed build guides, because from my understanding, Dragon's Dogma, in the first game, the vocations and the way you acquired skills and points and everything, yes, I was going with a min-max build, so it was extra frustrating on top of that. But essentially, you needed to level up in a specific manner, because every level you gained while within a certain vocation would boost certain stats, if I recall correctly. So basically I just followed a guide that was like, hey, guess what, Magic Archer, or whatever it was, Magic Archer and Sorcerer, OP, so I just rolled with that. This time around though, I'm kind of hoping that the character progression system will be a little bit, how do I put it, a little bit more streamlined, or not, maybe not streamlined, but at least like something a little bit more player friendly, so that you can actually reset your stats and everything, you know, if you decide to build the wrong way and you make your own your life hard for yourself. Of course, as according to a tradition, I did play the game on the hardest difficulty from the get-go, which resulted in many attempts at getting through like a bandit area early on because they kept killing me. It was difficult, which was the point, right? So I am going to just go for my own build in this one and kind of see how how things roll out. Don't know exactly what I'm going to do as far as the character goes. I will just go with the Arisen. Sure. I wonder if I pick a preset if I can still make adjustments to it. I am also curious to see what these presets will look like. Okay. That's right, they've added, like, lion people. Okay, I like how 3 of the first 4 are all just lion people, because they're like, hey, you know what new race we have in this one? That. I don't even know what the name of those people are. Okay, so none of these really stand out to me. Well, this one kind of stands out to me. I kind of like the hair. As is customary in RPGs, when I make my character, I generally pick female characters. It is what it is. If I'm going to be spending hundreds of hours, at any rate, so you can change the race or body type, etc., etc. Once finalized, your Arisen's race cannot be changed. Okay. So so you've basically got human or cat people, and those are your only options, which makes sense. I think pretty much everyone. Yeah, that's right. It was like a largely. So my understanding again, for Dragon's Dogma 2 is that this is kind of set in an alternate universe, parallel universe, or parallel timeline, or alternate timeline, something along those lines. I don't think this is Grigory, the original dragon from Dragon's Dogma 1. I don't know why this lady looks a bit on the elderly side, but that's fine. So, I mean, in a fantasy game, am I really going to pick the human, right? I'm going to go with the cat Beastrin. That's apparently a thing. You get to keep the hair, though, which is quite entertaining. Changing the base body will... Yes, of course, that's the whole point. Oh. I'm sure there are sliders and stuff. I will... Oops, that's not quite what I wanted to go for. I will assume there are sliders and stuff. Now, I'm not going to claim to be the best at making characters, okay? I just go for something that, like, vaguely speaks to me, and that's pretty much it. Because... typically, you don't see, like, your character's face that much. Granted, in Dragon's Dogma 1, you did actually see it quite a bit, because you see, like, the cutscenes and everything. Honestly, I'm going to result in calling her the Khajiit. Like, there's nothing that can make me not call her that, this race. I know it's Beastrin, but I'm literally looking at this and I'm like, that's a Khajiit. It is what it is there. Changing the base head. Yes, I know, obviously. Adjust the face to suit your liking by making selections over 3 stages. You will then be able to use the head you have chosen as a base for further customization. Cool. Honestly, this preset's pretty good. Like, I could just roll with that. I kind of like this one. Sure. Oh, and then from here, it kind of separates out so you can choose other options. Now, the only thing that's making me not want to pick the cat lady is I'm kind of like, there are unfortunate connotations associated with playing as anthropomorphic characters in on the internet. So I'm kind of like, part of me just wants to pick a human. But again, if I'm just picking a human, wouldn't that be a little boring? I honestly like the original. Like, I kind of like this, what we're going for here. Oh, you can change, like, neck length and stuff? Between the original and this one, I think I'll go for the neck. Sure. Oh dear, and then you got to choose the fur types, and... I'm not... One's a bit fluffier than the other, and that's kind of all I'm noticing. So I'm gonna stick with one. Okay, so you can choose, like, leopard spots and various, like, tawny and stripe and all that fun stuff. Okay. Oh, okay, so clicking in actually lets you choose a little bit more, clearly. I liked the original, but I kind of want to go for leopard spots. Maybe, like, a snow leopard. I wasn't originally thinking about playing as, like, basically a monochrome character, but I'm looking at this and I'm like, honestly, it's not bad. I kind of like it the way it is. Granted, I like red a lot more. I would like red if possible, but I don't think that's possible for this race. Like, this is, I know it's colored red here, but it's mostly actually more of a dusk, like more of a brown, a copper brown. What's the default for this? What was it? It's kind of grayish. I guess I could go for, like, a light color, like I said, snow leopard. I think this contrast is pretty good. I don't know. I don't actually think I'm going to be changing it too much. That's probably a bad thing, considering this video might not be very long. I can change my height, yes. Okay, 160 seems pretty tall, though, already, by default. I guess this race is taller than the average, just taller than the average person. I'm noticing no tails, so that's interesting, unless that's an option for later. Yeah, let's not make her a giant. I'm just gonna stick with 160. Let's just put her on par with, like, human sizes. Muscle styles. Wait, what? 23 different muscle styles and you can barely see any of them? Amazing. I honestly don't... I think it's the fur. I'm literally looking at this and I'm just like... Yeah, I do see, like, some tones, or, like, the tone of the muscles are changing, but... It's not really noticeable through the fur, and realistically, I'm not going to stare at it that much. So it defaulted to 23. Right? I'm literally just like little minor changes under the fur. Do I care? Sure, let's go with this one. The trap size. Haha! Haha! Is that just in the back then? Yeah. Well, okay, tell you what. Honestly, -20 seemed fine. Most of this is pretty good for me already. Most of this is pretty good. Upper body size, just in general. Okay, that's fine as it is. Torso length, muscle style. I mean, I could make her a little shorter, in theory, but why does that matter? Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, you know what? Let's just stick to default. At least it's, like, well-proportioned. I am so sorry that I'm... You can change the weight? Or is that weight capacity? Or is that how much you weigh in general? Oh, that matters, huh? I guess that'll depend on how quickly you move around. I actually don't really know what I want to do with my class. Like, I do know there's like a twin blade or like a dual bladed class that came out that makes you feel like Darth Maul, so I'm kind of like, I kind of want to lean towards that, but then another part of me wants to go like Unga Bunga, you know, like heavy armor, two-handed sword, big numbers, that type of deal, you know? Part of me wants to do that. I'm not big on archery and magic in general when I play RPGs, so when I play through Dragon's Dogma, it was so far outside of my regular comfort zone. I think I started the game as like a rogue or something, and then in order to gain the stats I needed for the magic archer, and then like had to pivot into the other classes I didn't want to play. Yeah, so again, I'm very sorry but I'm basically keeping like default values for a whole bunch of this. Head size... Again, seems fine. Upper body, shoulder width. Chest shape. Oh, you mean like... That highlights 2 specific areas. Oh, I see. That seems very... specific. I mean, this is more aesthetics than anything else. I was not expecting you to be able to choose... how closely things were. I'm just gonna go in the middle. How about that? Does that seem normal to you? I don't know. I'm not gonna focus on this. Why not? They consider this small, but I look at this and I'm... Oh, actually, I don't want to... I guess you can... Yeah, I mean, does it really matter? I'm just gonna put it... right there. How about that? Chest thickness. Okay, I don't know why I'm focusing on this. The buttocks, I guess, is our thing that people will care about as well. This seems fine. Waist, rear size. Oh dear. Although to be frank, I don't see much of a difference. Okay, maybe not. But realistically, all this is going to be covered by the armor anyway, right? Right? Oh dear. That's too much. Let's just keep it slim. How about this? So it's not... Yeah, okay, let's just do that. I'm not gonna... Again, I'm not gonna focus on this stuff. The waist... it's already -50 on this. Kind of want to slim this down a little bit, but... That's just me. Something appeals to the male fantasy, right? This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Posture. Movement styles. Wait, how differently does this change? This is like a massive gait? Slow speed? Normal speed? Does anyone see exactly what... Okay, what about the posture then? Oh, do I want to walk around like a Okay, let's not slouch. Let's not be overly cocky either. You know, standing up straight is a pretty normal thing to do. Like, you're relatively confident, but not overly so. How about this? Yeah, just a little bit of self-doubt. How about that? Just a minor slouch. Yeah, just a little bit. How about that? Elbow angle. Oh, I see. So you can, like, walk around like a muscle man. Or muscle lady. Versus... Okay. I don't... What's with the knee angle? Are you walking around in, like, a slightly awkward way if you do the knee angle? How about we just walk like a normal person? How about that? Sure, let's go with negative 99. Oh, I see. This does affect sway, doesn't it? Sure, let's do that. It still seems normal enough. I kind of want to change the posture a bit now, though. Although, this seems hilarious. But that seems more like a crouching, like a sneaking animation more than anything else. This seems fine. How about that? That seems normal enough. Normal enough. And then you've got the head, which it was fine. Can I change the eye color? Eye color. It's probably more in the features, huh? What about the hair? No. Can I hit randomize? Because that's generally how I make characters. I have a tendency just to hit randomize until I find something like something that I find relatively nice, and then I just kind of make small adjustments and then roll with it. Yeah, not like I said before, like this, the way the face is shaped right now, it's a cat. I mean, it is what it is, right? Like I can't judge this. It's a cat. It's a lioness. It looks like a lioness. And that's all I have to say on the matter. Like, I can't... there's nothing for me to adjust here. This seems fine to me. Yeah, this seems fine. Mouth protrusion. Like, you mean, like, how much of an overbite and underbite you've got? I mean, I'm curious to see that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But the lion thing is fine. I'm not going to make a house cat or... Was the hair just moving when I moused over it? No, it was just glitching out because of collision. Okay. Ears. You have different styles of ears? Type 1... Oh, I see. How wide your ears kind of spring out. I guess I could try to go for more of an elfy look. Maybe not the lopsided ears. Whoops. So what did I have? It was type 0 originally. Like, there was no type at all. How are those? Those are flared out a bit. Okay, don't need those. I mean, default ears are fine. Lop ears. This is mildly elfy. I could potentially go with this. I could roll with that. I'm just saying, like, if elves were a thing, I'd probably pick an elf. Or a half elf, or something else. I mean, I can make humans, but, like, generally speaking in fantasy games, I'm kind of like, why? Right, like, if you have the option, why would you pick the most mundane, like, mundane race? Right? That's just how I roll. Openness, huh? Oh, okay. How about we angle it back just a little bit? This seems okay. And it kind of looks like the hair is being lifted by the ear anyway. Although I might choose different... I could choose different, a different hairstyle. At the end of this anyway. Cheeks, neck fat. Oh. Ha ha! No, let's just stick with what we got. A little bit so it's not, like, unrealistic. Yeah. Or, like, too thin or anything. The default value was fine, again. I kind of want to up the neck thickness, though, truth be told. It looks a little scrawny here. But what do I know? Right? Cheekbone, neck fat, whisker positions. It seems fine. There are a lot of options, and I'm sure people can spend, like, many hours actually shaping, like, a character based on someone, or, you know, a character based on another character, etc., etc. Like, you could probably do that with high detail in this, but I'm kind of just, like... Call me lazy or uncreative, but... Oh. Change the body hair tab? Excuse me? So what hairstyles do we have? 14 was good. I liked 14. Okay, some of these are classic hairdos, like that. This is a classic. The fat merchant's daughter had this hairstyle. I can't remember her name right now, though, sadly. And of course, this is basically like the friar hairstyle, minus the bald spot. Seems like a classic hairdo right there as well. Oh dear. Oh, that's a classic. Didn't the childhood friend have this hair? I can't remember all their names. It's hard to believe, but it's been 8 years. Ooh. Ooh. I could kind of work with this. Ooh, okay. Not bad. I don't think I'll be bald. You've got the Cammy hairstyle, alright. I like this hairstyle too, but I think it's a little too similar to my Baldur's Gate character, and I've been staring at that Baldur's Gate hairstyle for literally like half a year, so maybe not on this occasion. The lion hair would fit, all things considered. I don't think I'll be going for dreads, personally. This is not bad hair either. Classic hairstyle. A lot of these hairstyles show up in like various other games as well. I like this hair too. I do like this. Reminds me of a character from an old anime at this point. This is all fine. This is all fine. I kind of liked the default Pippi Longstocking type hair. This is not bad either. I also recognize some of these hairstyles. Well, maybe not recognize per se, but a lot of these hairstyles seem very similar to ones that you can find in like modded Skyrim hairstyles, because they probably ripped some out of Dragon's Dogma for that. I don't think I'll be going for this hair, although it does fit the eyes very well. It goes with the eyes quite nicely. It basically like shapes along the eye line very nicely. Not a big fan of this hairstyle. It's very common these days. Seems fine. The Leon Kennedy hairstyle, no thank you. What is this? It's a bit too much for the cat person, is just my opinion. So we could stick with 14, which was really nice. Or we could stick with 3, which also kind of speaks to me. I don't know if it should speak to me as much as it does, but it does. Now, the monochrome is a bit too much, so if I could change it to reddish. So red is not really a thing. Well, this is kind of like this coppery red is kind of doable. It speaks to me a bit. And then you can change the tip. Oh, you can get highlights. Well, this brings me back to what, like the 2000s? Oh dear. I think a little bit of a pale highlight would work. I think this could go well with the fur. Just make it blend a little bit. Is this too bright? Possibly a bit too bright. It's not really noticeable. I kind of want to go with this, though. It brings some color in. This is a bit too much, I think. Yeah, this is a bit too bright. Definitely a bit too bright. So I think I will go with this, actually. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. And then you can blend. Oh, I see how high up you want to bring it. This seems okay. I would have thought the sheen, quote-unquote, would have been dependent on the lighting. I wouldn't have thought that it would be a preset thing. Huh. Oh well. I'll just go with that. Sure. Okay, I think with the default for this was fine. So is this good, or do I want to change it to the 14? I don't know. This hairstyle, for whatever reason, is really speaking to me as well. I know it's the default, though, so that makes it a little boring. The fact that it's the default makes it a bit boring. But would cat people have, like, straight hair like this? I don't know. Okay, we're definitely not going for the balding look, okay? That's absolutely not happening. I don't know. This seems... Because I'm thinking, if I'm going to be a melee character, realistically, she should keep her hair short, right? But again, it's the default character. What's wrong with long hair? I think I will go with the default hair. It just looks really good to me. I don't know. I want to change the eye color though, or make it brighter. There you go. I want to make the eyes brighter, and I can change. Oh dear. Okay. I need to zoom in a lot more if I'm going to see the eye detail. I do like that you can actually zoom in on it. Ooh. Okay, well, is this too much? Is this too much cat people stuff? It's probably too much cat people stuff. Oh, there are eye color presets. Okay. How about yellow or red? I like yellow or red eyes, if possible. Is this as close to red as I'm gonna get? No, I can kind of get red eyes here. How about making it more obvious that they're red? Ooh, this looks good. Too much? It's possibly too much. I think this is okay. It looks okay. Tertiary sclera. This is fine. She looks vaguely normal. Other than the fact that she's, like, you know, a cat. Yeah, this seems okay. Matches the hair color a little bit. Granted, the hair color does not match the fur at all. Like, whatsoever. But it is what it is. I mean, this seems fine to me. Sure. Claw color? You can change her claw color? Nose color. I mean, again, all of this is fine. Face pattern. Ooh. So you've got what? That's more of a cheetah look, isn't it? I might as well just... I feel like I've messed something up. Okay, so you've got multiple layers you can play around with. I see. That's not so bad. I mean, it's all just like... Essentially, this would be makeup, wouldn't it? For, like, a human character. These are all presets. That's not bad. That kind of works. Kind of looks like she has a dirty face, though. I mean, this also makes her look like she has a dirty face. It looks like she was stuck her face in, like, a fireplace or something. A little, I don't know. A little pattern is okay? Or no pattern? What was type 1? Type 1 was this. I think this seemed okay. This seems alright. Have a little bit of a pattern up here, but not, like, across the face. Though, actually... I feel like I messed it up. I feel like it looked better before. Yes. So it was on base pattern 1 with no... I see. So I can still change this. Oh, you've only got, like, the 3 options. I see. Okay, well, I guess 1 is the cleanest looking face. I mean, I could play around with the opacity so that it looks a little different, but... Face color presets. This seems okay. This makes it vaguely match the hair color a little bit more. So you've got, like, a little hint of it. Oh yeah, changing the color actually makes it look a little bit nicer. Honestly, this is not bad. The way it looks now, I'm kind of happy with this look. It adds a little bit of highlight to the fur. Maybe I should do something similar for the rest of it, actually, now that I think about it. This is just layering different patterns, right? Oh, I see. You can put stuff on the face. Although it's not like you really see it very much. Yeah, that's barely noticeable. Might be because of the color choices I went with. Yeah, that's barely noticeable. I'll just stick with that then, because it... Again, it just adds a little bit of visual interest for the character. Eye pattern... This seemed fine. Yeah, this seems fine. Cheek pattern? Again, you really don't see this stuff very much. So this seems fine. Let's do that. Again, adds a bit more color. This is fine. Can I change the color? Apparently not. I think this is the best so far. Okay, this is fine. Can I go back to the fur, please? I would like to change the color a little bit. Okay, that's too much. Nope. Too much. Yeah, that's just all the way. There's a lot of choices, though. Holy cow. 148 options? Okay, that's a bit much. 146 seems good. Although 148 goes for the snow leopard look a little bit more, I think. I honestly think I'll stick with 146. Now, pattern 2. Or pattern 4. Let me click on this and see how many... Oh, I see. It just feels like a lot because of all the like, vague differences in shading. Okay, that's all it is. Okay, so what I've got there is fine. This is the main body. That kind of looks like she's just dirty, so maybe not that. Although this seems to work. Did it look better like this, or do you think I should change it? I don't know why I'm asking a rhetorical question, given that, you know, this is not being streamed or anything. Oh, you know. I'm leaning towards that now. So now it's less snow leopard and more just like a mix between regular leopard. Or is it jaguar? There's a difference, and I used to know what they were. The jaguar, I think it was a difference in the fur coloration. Jaguar or the leopard have like the solid circle line, and the others has the spots. It's not important. I think this honestly isn't a terrible color. This is not awful. I kind of like how she looks at the moment. Honestly, it's not bad. In my humble opinion. I think what it was is okay. They're a bit dark, but... Oh yeah, this really brings out the leopard spots. A bit dark, but not awful. It works. It does work. I don't know if it needs to be pitch black per se, but... How about like a mild, like a mostly darker color, but not like too dark? I mean, realistically, it all looks pretty similar. How about this? A happy medium. But she looks a bit splotchy, doesn't she? Sorry, I'm getting so picky about, like, fur coloration. I think this is okay. So you've got, like, a little bit of a blend with the rest of the hair, with the rest of the fur. That's pretty good, I think. Okay. Back to all of this stuff. The eye color is red, which is good. Eyelash root color. I don't really care for much of this. Upper teeth. Do you have all your teeth, is what you're saying. Yes, I would like to keep all my... Can you just play around and remove all their teeth? Play as like a geriatric, toothless cat lady. Okay, so it seems like you always keep the fangs, though. That's like guaranteed. You have to keep... Oh, actually, no. Those are the canines. The canines on the feline, I know, but... I will say I don't wish to play a character without teeth. So this is fine. This is fine. Claw color. How do I... Oh, fingernails. That's basically what you're getting at, right? Yeah, okay. Honestly, the black claws are fine. That's just like the default look. That's okay. Seems good. Tattoos. Really? Can cat people have... I don't think fur really suits tattoos very much. Just in my humble opinion. You can go for like a pseudo Kratos look, I guess. Yeah, I don't know how tattoos work for people covered in fur. Granted, I mean, we might run into some in-game, right? We might... Ah, that would not be terrible. I mean, we might run into some of these beast-ridden people who are, who have tattoos in the game. I don't know. Maybe it'll look more natural on them. Yeah, I'm gonna have to skip all this. Now, do I want a facial scar? That is something to consider. Is there a facial scar? Tattoo, body tattoo, scar preset. Yes and no. Okay. I don't know if I really need a scar or like a burn mark or anything. This is considered a scar, but I guess she got burned on like this side then if I went with that. I kind of want to go for like an Anakin Skywalker scar. You know, the one where it's like just over the eye, because that looks pretty cool. Can I not choose body scar? Yeah, that's just on the body though. What about the face? Tattoo? Body tattoo? No. What am I missing here? I'm clearly missing something. Right arm, left arm. Like, all this is fine, but like, what about just the face? Also, there's dirt on me. Apparently. There's dirt. But it's not noticeable in any way whatsoever. Okay, sure, let's just roll with that then. So, oh, I can change the lighting? I guess I probably should have looked at that, huh? This is fine, though. Like I said, I think this is okay. I'm happy with this. Yeah, this is fine. I can also toggle equipment. Oh, yes. See, this is what I wanted to see. I want to see her in full plate armor. That's pretty cool. Although, seeing her in... I was going to say leather armor. In light armor would be pretty good, too. Or, like kind of like a robe, like light armor, leather armor with like a robe attachment, kind of like a clone trooper comma or something like that. I really like that look in general, so that could work. I don't know. I don't know what the armor types look like in this game, but honestly, I think I am pretty happy with how this character looks, the way it is. Yep. I will save her. I don't think I was given the option to name her, though. Following character is not finalized, okay? Can I finalize her? Oh, I see. That's what you meant. Vocation. I mean, okay. I think a lot of people generally end up playing Thief, like, because of the assassin stuff, right? Thieves appear as a flash of daggers, too quick for the eye, speed, agility, allowed them to break through enemy guard with ease. A lot of people will also play Mage because mages are OP in Dragon's Dogma, at least in Dragon's Dogma, the original. I don't know how strong they are in Dragon's Dogma 2. But again, I'm not much of an archer or a mage, although this looks good. She looks good as an archer. But I'm not big on playing as an archer. I can have my pawn be an archer and a mage. I can let my pawn do the range stuff, and I can be the melee. I would like to do that. Battle there's enemies in close quarters, etc., etc. Okay, so now I have to choose the usual choice between thief or fighter, or not, maybe not thief, but like, you know, agile, move around the battlefield, or heavy weaponry, and like basically be like a tank. There's nothing stopping me from being an agile swords person too. I was gonna say a swordsman, but you know, she's not exactly. Anyway, I mean, I can change it later. I don't have to finalize this right now, I don't think. This is very tempting. Very tempting. Now, the new dual-bladed class, though, or sorry, not dual blade, but like the I'm gonna call it Darth Maul. The Darth Maul class, though, is probably an offshoot of the Thief, right? I wish I could see the vocation tree. I do know, from what little I've seen, that you can switch between vocations, like, on the fly, so it is a little bit more freeform in this one, but... just for now, I'm just gonna pick Fighter. How about that? Okay, I would like to hear this voice. Nope. Okay, it's a little awkward. Oh, that's too much. Okay. Can I... okay, I think that's too light a sound. Sorry, too soft a voice for a cat lady. This seems pretty good. Although, I want to listen to the other ones. I mean, obviously these are just like the same voice lines being pitched up and down. I think Valiant Hero was fine. Yeah, that worked. Okay, so that's the difference, right? Valiant Hero works well for the heavy armor, like, swords person. Indomitable seems good for, like, the other stuff. Right? It's a bit lighter. I could be wrong, though. You know what? Just forget what I just said. I'm just gonna roll with this one, and that's all I'm saying. No way to name her? There you go. Well, I'm just gonna call her Karst. It is what it is. It's a... You know, it's a... unisex name. It's okay. Moniker. Oh, like a last name? Do I care about a last name, though? Not really. Yeah, I don't... Karst King. No, I did not pick King. Is that the default? That might be the default. Or maybe they just picked, like, the first... Or one of, like, a random one based on the first, first letter of your first name. Well, I don't know what cat people... Like, Fang seems the most... But that Karst Fang sounds a bit... Farina. Federico. This just brings me right back to Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem 7. Blazing Sword. Karst. Faircrest seems fine. Sure. I mean, this is random. I hope I can change this when I actually make the character. It's currently set to carry over to Dragon's Dogma 2. That's perfect. Wonderful. When you create a character in Dragon's Dogma 2, you'll be given the option to use existing data, allowing you to import the appearance of a character you created in the demo version. That's great. I actually bought this on a different platform than Steam. But so I'm just waiting for the... Basically, I bought the game, quote-unquote, on sale from Green Man Gaming. So I just need to wait for the Steam key to be given to me. So I will just do that. That's fine. So now you've got... What? Do you still have the presets? You do still have the preset. Wonderful. So now it's time to make my pawn. And in this case, like I said, she's going to be my mage. I'll just create new. This is fine. Oh, sorry. I didn't even actually... Okay, my bad. I didn't actually read any of this because I already know what a pawn is. So, you will now summon your main pawn, the loyal companion who will accompany you throughout your adventure. What should they look like? Try to envisage their appearance. You can either begin with a preset or choose to create your pawn from a blank slate. So, generally speaking, the pawns are basically soulless. Literal NPCs who follow your main character around because you have some kind of connection to the pawn stone or something like that. Now, it doesn't really matter that much what they look like or anything like that because they generally, at least in Dragon's Dogma 1, and I'm using the term generally and typically for a very specific reason. Normal pawns are like basically generic, right? They don't have personalities. They do give nice advice, right? You know, wolves hunted packs. They're afraid of fire and ice both, or something like that for goblins. But there is some like soul transference or stuff like that is featured a couple of times in Dragon's Dogma. So I think either like Selena or Celeste, or like there's this like green pawn alchemist lady who's like slowly becoming human. That is in the first game. So like they can gradually become human over time. So I don't know exactly how the pawn in Dragon's Dogma 2 will be treated, right? Like I don't... In theory, they could remain just a regular pawn forever, and like again, it doesn't matter what they look like, the relationship you have with them will never change. But if they treat them like the unique ones from the first game, then they could potentially become like actual companions on their own over time. And of course, in addition to that green alchemist pawn lady I was talking about earlier, there is also, of course, the I can't remember her name either, but a major character from the Bitter Black Isle from the Dark Arisen DLC is also under, like, also went through a similar process, shall we say. So we'll see how it goes. I'm just going to go with a human this time because I already made the sorry, I got sidetracked. The main character, a Beastrin. Let's make her, well, she's gonna be a mage. I already went with that default, so, I mean, realistically, it's probably bad that I don't see much of a difference with here, huh? I guess some are a little stronger looking, a bit bulkier looking. Sure, let's go with... I don't know, let's go with this one. That's the hair I wanted. So, okay, I've already decided on the hair. Because if I'm not going to pick this hair for my main character, it's going to be for the pawn. Okay, I think I'll not go for a pawn that looks like she's been through it already. This is the start of a new adventure. We don't necessarily need a pawn who's already experienced absolutely everything. Sure, this... I wish I could just hit random. Sure, I'll just pick you. And... Ooh, you can kind of make an elf. But elves are not... Are elves a thing? I don't remember. Was... Huh. What was that knight lady? I don't remember her name either. But there was one. What was her name? There was a knight from another city who came... It starts with an M, I think. I just can't remember her name. Mercedes! There we go. Yeah, was Mercedes an elf or was she a human? I think most characters were human. I'm like 90% sure most people are... I don't think there were any fantasy races. I honestly don't remember, which is the problem. At any rate... Sure, let's go with the slightly elvish look. I can still play around with this. Sure, let's go with that this time. Now, I would like to change your face. A lot. I would like to change it a lot. I'm not a big fan of how it looks at the moment, unfortunately. I'm so sorry to say that. I need to change the facial structure, too. Hello? Okay, none of these faces really speak to me. Oh dear. Yeah, none of these are working for me. I'm sorry to say. Maybe I should have just stuck with another cat person so that I didn't have to, like, stare at this for so long. Okay, none of these are... Yeah, none of this... No thanks. Reset. Maybe I should have just chosen a different... Yeah, maybe I should have chosen a different base head, yeah. Let's choose one that actually speaks to me a little bit more. And then I can hope that it'll give me, like, an elf option. Also, the game did give me a warning early on that was like, hey, this is best experienced using a controller, so you should probably get one. Well, unfortunately, game, I don't have one, and I've played almost my entire life on a mouse and keyboard, so that's what I'm gonna stick with, for now. So, I could have sworn, I mean, that's okay. Sure, let's go with this as the default. Leon Kennedy, but there's Daenerys. Okay, well, I'm gonna pick, ooh, that's not bad. I'm gonna pick this one for the elf ears, and then I'm just gonna play around with it from here. Honestly, the default is... Oh, this is not bad. No, actually, no. From the front, it doesn't speak to me as much. That's more conventional, right? I'll just stick with this one, yeah. Okay. And now, from here, I will change her hair. Maybe. Let me change to 3, please. Now, I guess the the blonde look is okay on this occasion. The sort of blonde look. Detailed customization. I don't think I'll play around with the height or anything too much. I don't really care, like, how tall they are. Okay, I guess matters a bit. Actually, they're all defaulted to this size. Okay. Sure, you can be why don't you be a little taller than me? Not by too much. I'm 160, so I'll put you at 170. Muscle strength. I mean, I guess it's a little more toned versus not toned. This one's going to be my mage, so I guess being super toned is not necessary. How about that? Yeah, that's fine. I don't think I'll be changing the defaults very much. Upper body size? Oh, that's what you meant? I'm only seeing a couple of differences when I play around with it beyond this point. Sure, let's go with that. That looks a little unhealthy. I'll make her a little more slender, I guess, than my main character because she is a mage. So she's not exactly doing, like, physical effort. I mean, to be fair, she could just be, you know, working out on her own for fun. But, you know, that's not the point. Yeah, this is fine. Is this too much? This seems okay. Can I see the equipment? Or is she going to be put in armor as well? She is. Am I not able to change her armor type? Oh well. This is fine. So far so good. Lower body size. Yeah, let's go with that so she doesn't look like she is, you know, actively dying. Head size, it seems fine to me. All of this is okay. Chest thickness, shoulder size, torso width. Oh, so you could have played around with it. Maybe I need to go and adjust mine a bit more. Although, to be fair, mine is, again, a melee character, so she's a little bit more girthy, right? So that makes sense. That makes sense. This seems fine. Again, she's my mage. I want her to specifically be a little bit more slender just because of that. This is fine. Lower body. Look, okay, it is going to increase a little bit. Just a bit. I mean, I'm sorry. Part of me wants to increase the upper section as well, just to contrast my character, but... maybe I should. Just so we contrast a little bit. How about there? Or is that too much? It might be a bit too much. I'm not done here. There, this seems fine. This seems normal. This seems like normal proportions for a human body, so this is okay. Arm size. Let's shrink that down a bit. Yeah, I was thinking it was a little thick. Now she's looking a bit thin, though. This seems okay. Yeah, this is fine. But now I'm kind of like, okay, her neck to shoulder area here is a bit strange looking. Although it probably won't be noticeable with the armor and stuff. I think I need to change up her what are they called? Her traps? Her traps? Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Yes. And now the posture. Sure, that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna have similar walk cycles. That's a bit much. Leaning back all the way. A bit too confident. That's if you want to make her a witch, right? A hag. This is fine. A bit more confident with you because you're a mage. And mages are typically a little bit more on the posh side, at least in my mental, you know, vision of them. Okay, so this is fine. This is mostly good, honestly. I kind of like the face as is. Skin is fine. Yeah, I'll just stick with this head. It's fine. Cheeks and all that. Like, honestly, again, I don't care for that too much. Hairstyle is already chosen. This is not a terrible hair color for her, although I could make it brighter. That's probably too much, isn't it? What is it right now? Okay, that's not quite what I would hope for. I think this is good. Yeah, this is fine. It's good. Good enough for me. Now, the eyeshadow and eyeliner and all that fun stuff. I am terrible at this stuff, and I will... Don't trust me with any of this. I'm literally just looking at this and being like, seems fine to me. It seems fine to me. I mean, with the lighting and everything, I'm barely gonna notice, so... Might just leave it as is. Freckles? Sure, let's go with, like, a little bit. Why not? I'm so sorry. I just looked at this and I'm just like, this reminds... Okay, it's just entertaining to me, okay? Maybe not. It's probably a bit much. I think I would like my characters to have nice teeth. Just in general. I don't think anyone can blame me for that. Honestly, I think this is fine. It's a bit generic, but I'm okay with it. Sure. Can you get a nice scar? Just a cool looking scar somewhere? That's too much. And I still haven't... Oh, you can get like an Anakin Skywalker. Well, actually, this kind of covers the rest of your body too. I don't know if I want all that. This is just... This is kind of brutal looking. Oh, this is the Black Dahlia look. Okay. I'll just reset all this. Not necessary. Dirt? Will I actually see a difference this time? Oh, because the dirt color is different. But seriously though, even... There you go. Now you can kind of see what the options are. I will say right away though, I don't need dirt. I don't need dirt. I'm okay. I'm sure in the game proper, all our characters will pick up dirt normally enough as we roll through like mud and stuff. Granted, I don't know how dynamic that type of application would be on your character, but like I have to assume in a game in 2024 on the RE engine that it would look that, like, you know, it would be pretty nice. I would hope. Honestly, this is not bad. I'm happy with this. I would like to change her vocation though before anything else. Yes, continue editing. No, the body was fine. All of this is fine. Vocation. She will start as a mage. Inclination. Ooh, yes, that's right. The different... Right, I forgot. Pawns were rather complex in Dragon's Dogma 1. I was actually very impressed the first time I played it by how smart and how effective pawns actually were. Like, they are really, really, really helpful. Just in general. But yeah, so like their personalities, the most frustrating part is they learn from you. So as a result, if you loot a lot or if you constantly run out of stamina and they have to pick you up, it ruins their behavior. It like completely ruins their personality, and each personality affects how effective they are in combat or doing certain things. So like, again, running out of stamina is like a very easy thing to do because you're wanting to sprint all the time. But if they have to keep fixing you up, they're going to start like becoming a quote-unquote assistant character. And they're not going to start fighting or attacking. They're just going to sit there and like make you recover whenever you run low. And that's not exactly what I needed. So, kind-hearted, compassionate, devoted, dutiful, most obedient sort of pawn. Favors a balanced approach with an emphasis on support. Quick to aid allies in need. So, here's the thing. I don't necessarily want a support class one. Straightforward might be good. Calm. Rational, shrewd, and strategizing. Pawn characterized by caution. Favors defense and evasion. Employing clever tactics to survive at all costs. Simple. Exploring, gathering items, again, not useful in combat, so I will not be going for that. Curious, earnest, and adventurous, a pawn with their heart on their sleeve. So I guess I'm going to go with straightforward. Candid, flippant, and impulsive. A pawn unbound by precepts. Enjoys the thrill of combat, tackling fierce foes head-on with daring assaults. Yes. Oh, interesting that they have different voices than the main character.
People here are evacuated and safe for the moment.
What accent? That just sounds like Carlock.
People here are evacuated and safe for the moment.
The people here are evacuated and safe for the moment.
The people here are evacuated and safe for the moment. The people here are evacuated and safe for the moment.
I'm leaning towards 4.
The people here are evacuated and safe for the moment.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go with 4 then. This is fine. No name required. Oh, a name. I'm gonna steal a name from Magic the Gathering from way back when. I'm gonna stick with Emeria. I don't know why a moniker is necessary, truth be told. Emeria Jormungandr. Is that a bit too much? Probably a bit too much. Emeria Caraway, sure, or whatever. I don't know why we need those again. We'll finalize. Yes, please. And that's that. So, I hope you're looking forward to Dragon's Dogma 2's launch. I certainly am. And if you enjoyed this, I hope to see you when I actually start that series. So, I hope that you enjoyed what you saw here today and that you're doing well wherever you are. This has been Karst with the Dragon's Dogma 2 character creator and storage. And we'll see you next time. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye now.